Hey, you guys. So I've been thinking about Stacy's mindset post. I posted a comment on like how you guys are feeling, or I posted a post, I guess, on how you guys are feeling. Sorry, Tilly's playing with a toy in the background. But I've just been thinking a lot about that lately. I posted something about how you guys were doing, what your mindset was right now, and Stace was just super honest, which I really appreciated, just on how she's feeling and how feelings and emotions can really throw off our workouts. So as we're approaching this holiday season of Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up, New Year's, all of the things, I know that with that can come a lot of emotion, because sometimes family is wonderful and then sometimes family causes a lot of drama. I also know that with the holiday season comes, oh my gosh, that's it's so annoying. She's trying to match the noise that her toy is making. So maybe I'll redo this video, or maybe you'll just see that this is real life and this is what happens sometimes. Hey, Till, come here. Let me have the toy. So, anyway, what I was saying, oh gosh. Okay, so what I was saying is that with the holidays comes a lot of extra stress and a lot of extra excitement, a lot of extra cost, and all of those can affect how we're feeling, right? And then I know that a lot of us, when we don't feel good, we feel like, oh, well, then I'm not going to work out, because if I'm feeling gross, then adding a workout on top of this is not going to make me feel any better. I don't want to press play. I don't feel like doing this. And when we don't feel like pressing play, then we also don't feel like meal planning. And we don't feel like meal planning, then we don't feel like having healthy meals. And when we don't feel like having the healthy meals, then it just snowballs, right? It's this whole big thing. So I've been thinking a lot about, like, what's my goal for you guys, or what's my hope or my desire for you guys over the next couple of months. And here's what I want from you. I don't want you to survive this holiday season. I want you to thrive. So I've been thinking a lot about, like, how I thrive versus how I just get by. And something that is silly, you guys, that is going to take you 5 minutes or less every day. When I first started, okay, that was random. This little tiny thing is going to take you a really short amount of time, and it helps. I mean, it just does. So let me just throw this out, okay? So when I first started working out, I don't know about you guys, but it's like, oh, I'm beating my body up every single day for 30 to 45 minutes. I'm meal planning, I'm meal prepping, I'm eating the healthy things. I'm not eliminating all the things, but like I'm tracking my calories and I'm tracking everything that I'm putting in my mouth. Shouldn't I be really skinny now? Like, shouldn't I be super fit? Shouldn't what I see when I look in the mirror, when I look at a picture, match the effort of what I'm putting in, right? And I don't know about you, but change doesn't happen overnight. So like, I still have a roll in my stomach. I still look at things and I'm like, why is that here? Why does that look like that? How come I look like that when I'm doing crunches and they all look like that when they're doing crunches, right? So it's this frustration of like, I'm putting in so much work and effort. Why is it not paying off? So what I started doing is realizing, like, okay, when I put on this outfit, I feel fat today. But then when I put on this outfit in a week, I'm like, hey, I'm looking pretty good. Why is that? Like, what gives? This is ridiculous and it's stupid. Like, I should feel the same in whatever. Like, if I'm wearing the same exact outfit, I should feel the same on a Monday that I'm going to feel the next Tuesday, right? So I started paying attention to how I was feeling. So every morning I would get out and I would get up, and before I would do my workout, before I would press play, I would ask myself honestly, Kizzy, how are you feeling? Do you feel strong today? Do you feel excited? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel fat? Do you feel bloated? Do you feel like, I literally would go through all of the emotions. Have you guys seen that emotion wheel? Like, even some days I would do that. Maybe I'll post that below this video. But I would even pull out that emotion wheel and be like, how literally, seriously, how am I feeling today? And all I would do is I would take this little printout calendar that I got from, printing it out, and I would write on today, October 21st, here's how I'm feeling. And I would write down my emotion in one word, not anything major. What I realized after doing that for a month is that my emotions were fully dependent on my hormones. So the closer I was to my period, the worse I felt about my body. When I would start in that, I can't remember what the 2 phases are called, which I should because it's our bodies, right? But like the luteal phase or the whatever the other phase is. So when I would be in that second phase of my period, like now I've had my period and now, I'm working towards ovulation or whatever, I'd get up and I'd be like, man, I feel really strong today. Like I feel better about myself. And what I started realizing is that how I felt was fully dependent on my hormones, which is frustrating, right? Because here we are putting in all of this effort and time, and how we feel is based on what our body is doing internally. So what I started recognizing is that when I just identified how I was feeling and I found a pattern with that throughout the month, and I would mark on there period started today, right? Period ended today. When I realized that it was contingent on what my body was doing, it gave me so much more grace for myself. So those days that I would wake up and I would feel like, oh my gosh, I feel awful about myself today, I would go, hold on a second, Kizzy, where are you at in your cycle that this is affecting how you're feeling and how you are viewing your body? And it just gave me way more grace for myself. So my challenge to you, because I don't think that this just applies to our cycles, like Stace brought it up. If finances are an issue right now, you feel it emotionally. And then when you feel things emotionally, that comes out in all of these other areas, right? So my suggestion for us over these next 6 weeks is, in order to have grace for ourselves and for how we're feeling, and grace for our bodies, we need to identify what we're feeling and where we're at. So my suggestion is this: today, print out a calendar and start tracking. And be honest, one word only: how am I feeling today? And then, this is why I'm telling you it's gonna take 5 minutes. On the back of your piece of paper or in a notebook or on your phone, you guys decide, it doesn't matter. I want you to ask yourself 5 questions, and I want you to answer them honestly. First, I want you to write down your goal, and the reason that I'm gonna have you write that down every day is twofold. So either your goal could be the same goal for all 6 weeks. So maybe your goal over the next 6 weeks is, I wanna maintain my current weight through the holiday season. Maybe your goal is, through this holiday season, I want to press play at least 5 times a week. Maybe, though, your goal is daily. So maybe you wake up one morning and you're like, okay, my goal for today is to press play on my workout. Maybe the next day, your goal for the day is to meal prep and plan. Maybe your goal for the next day is to wrap a couple Christmas presents. Maybe your goal for the next day is to reach out to a friend. Maybe your goal for the next day is, you get what I'm saying, right? So that first thing, it could be that your goal is exactly the same every single time you write down your daily 5 questions, right? The second thing that you're gonna write down is, why do I love this goal? So if my goal is to press play 5 times a week over the next 6 weeks, why do I love that goal? Well, for me, I would love that goal because it's moving my body, and when I move my body, I feel better. Even if I'm in a rough headspace, I was just talking to a friend earlier today and was explaining to her that there was one day that we were at a hotel and I was really frustrated. I posted about this, but I was really frustrated. I had some big things, big emotions, big thoughts and feelings that I needed to work through. So I did a long HIIT workout, and I sweat like crazy because I needed that. I needed that to clear my head. So if my goal is work out 5 times a week over the next 6 weeks, the reason that I love this goal is because for me, I know that moving my body clears my head. Question number 3, what do I need today to meet this goal? So for today, I need to press play on my workout, because if my goal is working out 5 days a week, and then I love this goal because I know that moving my body helps clear my head, then number 3, what do I need to do today to meet this goal? Well, I need to press play. That's what I need to do. Then I want you to ask yourself, what's one thing that I'm grateful for today? Because I don't know about you, but gratitude, when I'm in a stance of gratitude, we talked about that last week, right? When I'm in a stance of gratitude, my feelings change, because now I'm looking at things from this place of being grateful instead of being frustrated with where I'm at. So what's one thing today that I'm grateful for? And that one I'm going to challenge you. Change it every day. And don't just have it be superficial, like, oh, I'm grateful for my family. Oh, I'm grateful for my house. Oh, I'm grateful for... Well, those are all really great things. But I want you to honestly ask yourself, today, what am I grateful for? And it can be something super profound or super simple. And then last thing, what's one win from yesterday? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm in that stance of feeling bad about myself, or feeling frustrated, or feeling overwhelmed with finances, or feeling overwhelmed with relationships, I know that then I can get caught up in this pattern of feeling stuck. And I know that when I talk about something great that happened, that then it pulls me out of that stuckness. So your last question is, what's one win from yesterday to help pull you out of that stuckness? So I'll post these things below this video. Sorry, this is longer than I intended until he was being annoying, but this is real life, right? Like, we're all doing this together. So I'm not going to pretend like this is some fancy thing and that I know what I'm doing. I just want to be encouraging to you guys and be here and present and helpful for you through this season. So this week we're going to focus on 1, gratitude for the way that our bodies look. And I know that that's going to be really hard for some of us, but that's what I want you to be thinking about this week, okay? So our evening posts are going to be about gratitude for the way that our bodies look. And then 2, our second focus for this week in the mornings is going to be about motivation. And I'm going to encourage you guys to post your calendars, like really think about how you're feeling, and I'm going to check in with you and make sure you're answering those 5 questions. And for me, this is my goal for you through the holiday season. So this isn't just like this little baby short-term goal. This is my goal for you for these next 6 weeks, to see us through the new year so that we start out January feeling filled up rather than defeated. Okay? Love you guys. I'm proud of you.